Hey guys, it's Matt again. Today I just have a little bit of a short story that goes with a pickup. So yesterday I went to my local Adidas store, actually for a different reason, but I had actually gone there earlier this week and saw this, and I decided to pick this up yesterday after regretting not getting it the other day. So this is the part of the Florist City pack. Adidas released a pack for Damian Lillard and John Wall, and that'll go along with my story. I was at the event at Compound Gallery downtown Portland last week, or and they released this pack, but they were all sold out because I was standing in line for a very long time. I didn't get to the door in time to buy anything, but I'll elaborate later. But anyway, I decided to get this just because it's a pretty sick hat actually. Of course, it's Washington Bullets. It's not Washington Wizards. They went with the retro treatment on these, which is pretty cool. The colors just pop. You have your red, white, and blue for Washington D.C., nation's capital, but it's also offset with this gray. So this is gray, and then the the branding, the branding here, the snap, and the bill or the brim, whatever, is pink, and this is like gray, pink, and white. This is cherry blossoms, and I guess there's a lot of cherry blossoms in the DC area. It actually matches a lot of what's going on here on where I'm at. There's a lot of cherry blossoms blooming. I didn't rock this because it was raining today and I didn't want to get it wet or anything. I should have got it earlier because the other day was really nice and I should have been wearing this, but just to match all the cherry blossoms. But anyway, so yeah, I went to my local. It's the Adidas employee store here in Portland. So actually, I go there and I get stuff for half off, which is really nice. So I got this for $14. But they're being in Portland, obviously they're all sold out of the Damian Lillard one. So the Lillard one has a kind of a retro style Portland Trailblazers pinwheel. It says Portland Trailblazers, and it has the roses. Not to be confused with Derrick Rose, but Portland is known as the Rose City, and so Damian Lillard's hat, being the Florist City pack, instead of cherry blossoms, has some roses. Now, it's not as distinct as this. It's actually like more, it's kind of a darker red for the roses on this part here, and on the underside it's I think it's green, and the snap is green as well, and there's hits of green on the shoes and stuff like that. That I think is for the stem of the rose and stuff like that. But I wasn't able to get the hat because they were sold out, and obviously being in Portland, it's kind of a big seller. So if there's anybody out there that would be willing to sell the Lillard hat, I definitely want to buy the Lillard hat. I'm keeping my eye out for it, but yeah, huge Damian Lillard fan, but I don't mind this one either. I actually like this a lot. So anyway, this ties into my story. So last week I went down to Compound Gallery in downtown Portland, and I will share a link in the description box below to a story that I wrote for kicksoncourt.com. I tweeted at Nightwing2303. He's the owner of kicksoncourt.com. Everybody knows who Nightwing2303 is if you're in the sneaker community and all that. And I tweeted at him and I just said, "Hey, can I write something for you?" And he said, "Cool, send me the draft for it." And so I did, and then he did his thing, edited it, whatever, and posted on his site. So I'll put that link down in the description box below, and you can read my whole event recap. He called it an event recap. I just wrote it. I didn't call it an event recap, but that's what it's labeled as on his site. And yeah, huge thank you to Nightwing for putting that up. And let's see. Oh, also Heskicks was there, so I got to meet him down at Compound. He was actually kind of part of the event, but he decided to stand in line, even though he didn't have to. I guess he just wanted to experience it or something. So let's see. I'm just playing around with the camera now. I just looked over and I saw this effect on it, so hey. But anyway, just having a little fun. Where was I? Oh yeah, Heskicks, and so shout out to Heskicks as well. Yeah. So anyway, I went down there, and I went down on the bus. Took me half an hour to get down. I was a little bit late. I got there at 6. That was kind of when the event was supposed to start. Then they said the signing, because Damian Lillard and John Wall were there, the signing didn't start until 7. Or they didn't arrive until 7. So Damian arrived right around 7. John actually arrived maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes late, later than 7. So I got there at 6, and I was expecting to go to the back of the line, but a friend of mine that was there that I had no idea who was going to be there stopped me in line and said hey, and then I just conveniently went in line with him, which was very important because later on, after waiting 2.5 hours, we get to the door, and the guy there who was pretty mean about it, he's like, he just stops us, shuts the door in our face, and then just keeps saying that we're wasting our time if we're going to stand here anymore, because they took the last person in, and at that time it was 8:30, and they said they were shutting it down because it took about 20 minutes to get through the line that was inside, so either buying the stuff inside or just getting up, and there was a line inside Compound. So there was a line that took 20 minutes, and then which I didn't think was right. It ended up taking a lot quicker. He finally comes out 5 minutes later. He says, okay, you got lucky, 5 more. And at that point, my friend and another friend that he was with, so another one of my friends, so those them two and me, so I was the third one through the door of the 5 that they let in, and I'm not sure if they let in any more after us, because he said 5 more and that's it. So patience paid off. We get inside. I ended up buying a shirt for $30. It was a Compound shirt. Everything else, the hats and the socks and the shoes, and then the crew neck sweatshirts were all sold out. Everything was sold out. So as I expected, I knew that we couldn't buy anything. So I ended up getting a $30 shirt from Compound. It was with their logo on it, and that actually got me through. That actually let me cut the line for the signing. So I got to go straight up the stairs because they were on the 2nd floor. Waited in another line for another like 10 minutes or so. And it was pretty sad because like you get there, you get upstairs and you see them, and they're chatting with each other, John and Damian, but they weren't really interacting with the fans. They weren't talking to us. They were just signing, and they looked pretty dead tired. everybody was kind of on edge and not really being very nice about anything. So I can't fault them for being kind of mean, because it's like they're trying to push people through, and it's been a long day and people are tired. And then for John and Damien, they've been just signing for pretty much 3 hours, almost 3 hours. So, but I mean, I just wish that it could be a little more personal. You could, talk to him for a few seconds, ask him one question, get one question answered. But anyway, so I got a hat signed. Again, link in the description to my story. There's some pictures on there of the stuff that I got signed. There's a picture of the line and stuff that was there. I don't have it. I sent it home, so it's safe. And then yeah, I sent my stuff home. So if you go to the link, you can see my stuff in pictures. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just wish that we didn't have to get pushed through the line, because once we were up there, the guy just said, "Hey, what do you have?" and took our stuff and gave it to them to sign. And but I understand they're trying to get people to push through. But the other thing is that the people who were left outside, one guy got really pissed. He's threatened to post stuff online and boycott Compound, and Compound's not going to make any money anymore, and people aren't going to shop here anymore. So, but yeah, so it almost got pretty intense, but we got out of there in good time. It didn't take 20 minutes to go through the line, at least for us, but I bought something, so yeah. But thank you for watching. That's my story. You can read pretty much what I just said online, but if you want to see pictures of what I got signed, then you can see that. Thank you to Compound. Thank you John Wall, Damian Lillard, and also to Nightwing 2303 for putting up that story. And also shout out to Heskicks, really nice guy. Met him again at Compound Inline. Sneaker community is pretty intense. It was my first event and everything, so it was kind of my first event. I said it was my first event, but then I realized, well, I went and saw Robin Lopez, but he's not as big as these guys, I mean, big as in, like, he's not a huge name. He's just, but I mean, in Portland, outside of Portland, Robin Lopez might not be big. In Portland, like, it's crazy for Robin Lopez, but just because he fits the city so well. But anyway, but it was my first big event with a big line, waiting in line for so long. Yeah, it got pretty crazy. So anyway, this hat's really cool. This video is at 14 minutes, and yeah, I don't want to drag it out too long. So thank you for watching again. I'll try to get some other stuff if I can. I'm pretty busy now, but anyway, yeah, thank you.